Hi there guys, welcome back to Water Replay. I've had a terrible time trying to get replays of the 8.7 test server. I had some replays saved, things like the E25 and some more of the artillery, including the British Tier 10 and the Sexton Premium. But for some reason my 8.7 test server replays won't play anymore. It just keeps coming up as an incompatible file format. So I'm not quite sure whether they've done something to the test client, but they won't run in the normal 8.6 client either. So I've been grinding my AT8 British TD. I thought I'd show you a couple of battles from that. This is the Tier 6 one. It's actually on special at the moment. You can buy the Tier 6 and the Tier 7 at 30% reduced cost, which is nice. And you also get a plus 30% increased credit income with them as well. Like the majority of the British TDs, it's very low, it's very slow, it's about 20 kilometers an hour. It's got 200mm, 203mm of armour at the front. It's got a quick firing 17-pounder gun, which is very quick firing. It's about 3.3 seconds. The armour at the sides is fairly good as well. I think it's over 100 at the sides, and it's quite almost about 100 at the rear. It is one tough little beastie. It's like a baby T95. You can see the aim time, which is good. The timing of me pulling the trigger wasn't so good. Better there, managed to track him. Get another shot in and finish him off with that. The traverse rate is, well, it's as you'd expect for a really slow vehicle. It's about 18 or 20, I believe. Nothing to write home about. I've got clutch braking at about 70% on the driver on this, so that helps a bit. Now, on the highway map here, I like sitting up here in the middle as a TD because it gives some flexibility where you can cover the north, you can cover the centre of the map, and also you're quite near your own base. So if they win in the city and push the base, there's not too much trouble to get back. Now, what I was doing there was just shooting the corner of that building, just to get rid of it, make it quite a bit easier to shoot those guys on the ridge. Sorry if you heard any weird noises there, I was just adjusting my position in my chair. Nice little shot into that 249. Someone else finishing him off with Dickimax. Shot went high. That shot went high as well. Uncharacteristically for this gun, I mean, it is pretty accurate, about 0.34 I believe. You can see already taking a few hits and they're just bouncing. That one went very low. Yeah, there's no problem going through the front of the jumbo. When you hit the front of the jumbo, that is. Obviously if you hit a big pylon or water tower in front of it, you're not going to go through it. Likewise with the KV-1S, because they've got less armour, it's actually easier to penetrate the KV-1S than it is their Tier 5 little brother. Still taking a lot of damage. There's a Matilda down there on the right who's just hitting me with HE shells from the howitzer. All it's doing is damaging the track. But there you go, that's a better example of the accuracy. Could actually hit that KV-1S's cupola from sitting back here. And M3 Lee, he's got no chance. Tries to reverse, but I just reload too quick and finish him. And there's a little Matilda. Now the green tick means he's got stock turret. And there you go, we'll just go straight through that as well. Hit him again. You can see his shell shooting up into there. That's the howitzer. But it's massive trajectory, massive arc. It's quite a straightforward little game this. But it was a nice score for me, so that's why I'm showing it. Had the games that have done more damage and things and been shot more times, but they just weren't particularly exciting games, or the team lost. I didn't get any kills and that sort of thing. Sorry, I haven't had games who have done more damage on them, so I've had games who have done more kills but I haven't done as much damage. I mean, I'm already over 2,000 damage in this battle, which is nice. And a lot of my hits, 157, 160, yeah, they're all around the average. I've been noticing the last couple of days, not just with this, but with every tank, is the amount of low damage rolls I've been getting has just been absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if you guys have been noticing it as well, but the RNG just doesn't seem to like giving you high damage rolls, which can be a pain in the arse. It's like if something's got 165 hit points and I hit it with this gun, to kill it, I'll leave it with like 10 or 15 hit points, rather than just killing it in one shot. Obviously giving them a chance to shoot me back or survive, potentially. It's just a pain in the arse. So here we are, rolling across the road at our top cruising speed, 19-20 kilometres an hour. I did get up to 23 kilometres an hour today on flat ground when I was being pushed by, I think it was a wolverine that was actually pushing me on flat ground. So I got an extra 2 kilometres an hour out of that. I'll turn here to try and get a shot at the Hellcat, but she's on the other side of the hill, so I should have realised that anyway if I'd bothered to look at the map. There's a building between him and me, let alone the side of the hill as well. And because this is slow, similar case with the T95, you decide where you're going and you go straight there. So I decide I'm going to go straight for the Hellcat, and I just point and move. You can't take too long to think about where you're going to go. Dick and Max is moving up the right. I believe that M3 Lee is just sitting in base doing nothing. Which is about as much as use as an active M3 Lee. There we go. And the Hellcat, he's a good player. I mean, he's an over 1500 WN7, so he knows what he's doing. He keeps killing something, and then he'll run away and he'll pop up somewhere where you wouldn't expect him to kill something else, and he'll run away again. So I'm heading just straight up this way. So I know he was on the right and the Cap's on the left. So it's not too much trouble for me to turn either way. That's me just clicking on the map to tell the Dicker Max to point, carry on going down the E line. So if we just go both this way, and there we go. Now they get a shot into each other. I know the Hellcat hasn't spotted me because I'm down the other side of this ridge. And the Dicker Max, he's one-shottable for the Hellcat. The Hellcat's one-shottable for the Dicker Max. Me, on the other hand, it's going to take the Hellcat a few more shots to kill me, so I'm feeling quite confident. So I'll just carry on heading straight towards where he was. And then he pops up on the right there, takes out a Dicker Max, but then he reverses. Obviously not spotted me, straight into my gun, one shot, second shot, thank you very much. And with that reload, there's just no getting out of that. Right, let's go and take a look at the results. Right, so here we are looking at the results for that one. So 70,999 credits, which is quite a good haul. That's because of the special going on at the moment, so there's quite a bit of extra things. I think I would have got extra for the M3 Lee, possibly the Matilda, possibly the Jumbo. I'm not sure about the rest of them. It's a strange assortment of tanks they got on the special, and a steel wall as well. We did 2,329 damage, which is nice. That's nearly 1,000 more than the Dicker Max, even though he got one extra kill. It's not too bad. Have a look at the detailed report. 20 hits out of 27 shots, that's to be expected. I mean, I missed my first shot, and then I did use a couple of shots to shoot down the building to get that out of the way, so I could have clear shots on the ridge, and I missed a couple on the ridge as well. So I mean, that's not too bad. I don't get disappointed if I don't get snipers and things like that. On the whole, that was a decent little result. 1,765 damage, so that's more than, what, double the hit pool of the vehicle. So that just goes to show what a tough little beastie this is when people don't know how to shoot it properly. So that was a decent game, not the best one. coming up next is the best game I've had in this tank so far, so we'll jump right into that, shall we? Right, so here we are on South Coast, or Crimea, as it's called in the battle replays file. I think they've got different names on the Russian server. Never figured out why. Not one of my favourite maps in slow vehicles. It's one of those maps where if you're in the wrong place on the map, it's quite tough to get to where the action's happening. So I was trying to figure out which way to go, so I thought, stuff happens normally either on the right, in the middle or the left. No, well, that sounds a bit obvious. Right in the middle or the left, that narrows it down a lot again. Yeah, brilliant one, Mac. So I decided to head to the right anyway. Go that way. That way, if stuff happens on the 0 line, I could cover that. If things come down the middle, I could cover that, and it's not too tricky to either come back this way or go round and go back up to the spawn. From the looks of it, the bulk of their heavies are in the town. Speculative little shot there against that Hellcat. Probably wouldn't hit him. I've got a 3601H up there, which in a tier 6 game is quite a formidable vehicle if it's in the hands of somebody that knows how to use it correctly. It's really good armour, and it's got not the best gun, but it's got a decent enough gun. But it can take a beating if he knows how to angle it. And we've got more than enough stuff on the right side of the map to take care of him. The left side's not really going too well at the moment. At this point, I was a bit blinkered really. I didn't really notice what was happening on the left side. I was kind of just concentrating on these guys on the right. Just in the hope that they might pop out around the corner, and I sort of start realising that no, they're not going to do that. And they've got a BDR, a KV-1S, T25. I mean, yeah, there's more than enough vehicles up there to take care of them. Now all we have left on the left is a KV-1. Maybe I should have pulled my finger out and got round there quicker. Probably a no-brainer, but I didn't. I'm going around there now. So I know there's a T28. As I'm looking over there, I just see a tree go down, so I think, oh, I'll just have a peek. And of course that means going right to the edge, because I better get my gun down. Stop myself from falling down the hill. Couldn't see anything. So I know that KV-1S is moving down the 4 line. There was another couple of KV-1Ss, still a T28, a Churchill, an SU-85. That's 2 of us now. I've told our artillery to move, but nope, they'll just sit there. I had a bit of a dirt moment. I thought I'll just lean over the edge here and kill this Electro, but I would end up sliding down onto him, which I didn't really want to do because that would give the Churchill better shots on me. So I just back up, because there's that little tiny bump there which puts between myself and the Churchill. So I know I could sit here and shoot back at these KV-1Ss as they come up without a Churchill hitting them. The Electro I'm not too fussed about. But we'll see him again in a minute or two. But here come the KV-1Ss, and I'm in a perfect place just to twat them in the side as they come up. And this is where the rate of fire of this gun really comes into its own. I mean, it's a fraction over 3 seconds, and the damage you can output is incredible. I mean, I can fire, what, 5 times when a KV-1S is reloading, and doing 150 damage a shot. It's pretty much, if he misses or doesn't kill me, I can kill a KV-1S before he fires again. When there's 3 of them, however, I was quite fortunate they weren't all shooting at me at the same time. Now there's an SU-85 there as well. Let's just finish that one off. I didn't notice the little Electro. I was too focused in on those KV-1Ss, I didn't even notice that little shitbag was coming right beside me. So I was lucky I noticed him when I did, otherwise it would have been quite an embarrassing way to die. And now there's a stug there as well. So I get a nice little shot into his arse. Thinking, no, he wouldn't stay there. And now he's behind a dead KV-1S, so he's got quite nice cover. I'll wake up in a minute and I'll actually repair my loader, which I hadn't noticed either. But you can just see again the incredible rate of fire of this gun. Even with a dead loader, it still fires bloody good. Stug bounces when turning. A nice little snatch shot on him. Wasn't aiming properly, get the proper aim on it, and bang. Now, SU-85, quite worried about them. Not penetrating them, but if he'd have known where to shoot me, I would have been dead. I know we're 15 seconds away from capping and there's a BDR behind him, so this is when I think, I want my top gun. I'll just drive straight into him. And there you go, just a quick aiming and the accuracy of that gun. It's phenomenal. I think I've actually got a snapshot on my gunner as well. I'm not sure if that works. I know it works during turret rotation. I don't know if it works with gun traverse as well. But just to make the aiming a little bit quicker. Anyway, that was my best ever game in the AT8. And let's go and take a look at the results and just see exactly how well I did. Right, and here's the results for the best game I've had in it. So that's quite a haul. 76,514 credits, so that's nice. 1,894 experience, not doubled, so that's a decent amount. And that got me, of course, my Mastery Badge Ace Tanker, Steel Wall, Top Gun, Defender and Sniper. Let's see in a bit more detail what we did. Quite a few tanks we affected there. Killed 6, damaged 2 more, so that's more than half the enemy team that we had an effect on. And I'm going to have a look at the damage done. That's 2,770, which for a gun that does 150 average damage I think is pretty damn good. Just about double the next highest person on my team, which is nice, and nearly double the highest person on the enemy team as well. So yeah, altogether a decent game. There's 25 shots, 22 hits, so that was just about sneaking in the sniper. 21 penetrations out of the 22 hits, so that's possibly a 2,900, nearly a, yeah, so it was very nearly a 3,000 damage game. Took hits 11, they only penetrated me 5 times, my potential damage was 1,620. So again, like the previous game, that's double the hit point, like hit pool of the tank, which I'm pretty chuffed with. And 67,764 profit. It's on the whole, I like these vehicles. I'm quite strange like that, me. Seem to like slow things. I loved the T95 when I was grinding through that, and I like its big brother, the E3 T110, even though it's a bit quicker. I liked the Churchills, the Churchill 1, Churchill 7, I've got the Churchill 3 Premium Russian one, which I've had for a while, and I like the Black Prince, all slow. And I do like the British setup, because the earlier tiers, slow vehicles, lots of armour, quite tough to penetrate when you don't know what you're doing. Very, very accurate, very fast firing guns that don't do a lot of damage, but they make up for it, as you can see with the rate of fire. I just got 3.3 seconds, I think mine is in the AT8 at the moment. Which, so I'm looking forward to the AT7, which I'll have, if not later today, I'll have some point tomorrow, because I only need about another 5,000 experience. So it just depends how long I can stay awake for today to do that. I'm definitely going to do it while the special's on, because the AT7 is on a special, so you get that 30% reduced rate. So it's around about 900,000 credits as opposed to 1.35 million. So it's quite a nice saving to get on there, which I'll almost pay for a rammer or something like that as well. So yeah, on the whole, very satisfied with those games. Hope you enjoyed watching them, I hope you had as much fun watching them as I had playing them. And thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe and leave any comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Catch you later.